Hey guys, how's it going? Eminem Gaming here, and today we're back with another video. And today, my god, was this conference good. I have got to, just say this. Sony, I tip my hat off to you, sir. You have won E3, hands down. It's not even a question. Microsoft conference was awesome. Ubisoft, awesome. They showed that South Park game. Cannot wait for that. Bethesda, Skyrim remastered. Cannot wait for that. EA, 3 Star Wars games and Mass Effect. What more do you need to say? But they don't come close. Like, they really don't come close to what I have just seen. This is the second time trying to make this video because I messed up the first time. So hopefully this goes okay. But yeah, let's get into this, guys. The conference started in typical over-the-top Sony style, with an orchestra in front of like a theatre of people playing this kind of Game of Thrones on steroids music. It was really like boom boom, really dramatic music, which was awesome to see. I was like, this is just Sony. They're crazy, they're wacky. Sony does crazy things. We know it. That's why we love them. And yeah, that was an awesome little touch to me. It's like, that's how you show a conference, with a bit of pride and a little bit of like, we're gonna show something special today. I did joke around though, said all this big hype. Knack 2. Do you know what I mean? That I love Knack, but come on, that would have been. I would have laughed. Not many people else would have laughed. I would have laughed though, Sony, so I'm disappointed. No, I'm joking. And then they come out on stage, a new God of War game. I thought for a minute this was The Last of Us, because it looked like The Last of Us, especially the forest section when you, spoilers, play as Ellie in The Last of Us. But my god, when you see Kratos in that beautiful PS4 vision, I say beautiful very loosely because Kratos is goddamn terrifying. Like, he really is, you know what I'm saying? And he's shown there, I believe that's his daughter. I couldn't really see it. Maybe a boy, maybe a girl. Does it really matter? It's Kratos' son. It's Kratos. You're playing as Kratos. It's goddamn friggin' war. Do you know what I mean? It's God of friggin' War. And I just love this series. And very interesting thing I want to talk about. One, they did not call it God of War 4. Which makes sense because there's been about 7 in the franchise, but they're rebooting this franchise from start by the looks of it, and that has got me so excited. We could get another trilogy going forward with this new backstory of Kratos, and I love God of War. Maybe people want new IPs. I love God of War. Give me some goddamn God of War, and we've certainly got it this year. And the thing that blew my mind, it's easy enough to, well, I say easy, I'm sure it's not, but it's easy enough to go on stage at E3 and just show, here's some CGI trailer, and everybody loses their goddamn mind. It's easy enough to do that, isn't it, guys? We've seen it from Ubisoft, we've seen it from EA, we've seen it from all these companies. The hardest thing to do is do a live demo. So what do Sony Santa Monica and God of War and Sony do? They play 15 minutes of gameplay live at E3. I mean, that in itself is crazy. That is really crazy stuff to see. And it was all live. There was no, people say it's staged. It was live. Like, you could see the guy with the controller in his hand. Looked amazing. This is going to have much of a deeper story. It looks like you're going to have, Kratos has always been this character. He's badass, yes, but he's kind of, we love him for that. He's a badass, and he's destroying all these big demons and gods and all this sort of stuff. But I want to see more of him when he was younger. Why did he become such an angry person, with wanting all this vengeance? And my god, I don't know what to say. The axe looked awesome. He uses the axe. You got this big giant monster he's fighting. Just looked incredible. You mainly play as Kratos, even though you do play as his daughter or child later in the game to shoot a deer, which is awesome. And it's just amazing to see. Like, it really, really was. That won E3 for me. Like, I'm a big God of War fan. What can I say, guys? And it just looked incredible, and I'm so happy. Then we had Bend come on. Now I'm going to talk about Bend a little bit more in depth later, but I'm just going to give you a brief breakdown of what we saw. So we saw some like trailers, we saw some CGI, not CGI, sorry, we saw some cutscenes is what I meant to say. And it looked amazing. It's really going to have that deep story. My worry, and I'm going to be honest here guys, my worry was this is going to be Dead Rising, the crazy, I'm wearing like, you know, a bikini, taking down zombies with a bear, do you know what I mean? If you play Dead Rising, you'll know what I'm saying. And it's really not. It has a deep story to it. Reminiscent a little bit, you know, you're a little bit more overpowered. In The Last of Us, you're a little bit weak. In this, you're very much overpowered by the looks of it, which is not a bad thing. I just want a good story. I don't really care. But yeah, open world survival horror game. It looks like, I could be wrong, it may be linear, but I don't think it is. You're part of a biker gang, and it's just brilliant the way they show this is your life before. You've got a wife slash girlfriend, I'm not too sure. You've got all your friends with you in this biker gang, and then the outbreak starts, and then police run out of body bags, and people start turning insane, turning on people, you know, you lose loved ones. It looks like it's going to have a really deep story, and I think for Bend, I think, what can you really say? I mean, there's been a running joke in the PlayStation community that I've definitely been a part of, that, you know, Bend, what the hell are they doing over there? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, we're waiting for this game. The wait's long. It's just made up for itself, the wait we've had. And I mean, this is Sony's next big IP. I'm telling you guys, this Horizon, Sony is sorted for the future. Then they come out, very interesting the way they did this. This conference was basically game. Here's a third party marketing deal. Here's a game. You know what I mean? Like, it was crazy. There was no VR. Well, there was VR, but they didn't like show the hardware. It was, here's games for it. You know, that's what we want as gamers, is games. And I think they're finally, at least Sony, because I can't say for the rest of them, but at least Sony understands this is what the gamers want. I don't care about a 20-minute introduction about, you know, a bloody controller. I want games, you know what I mean? Show me games on the controller, you know what I mean? But The Last Guardian, very interesting how they've done this. I think they know they're not going to make their profit back on this. They're probably millions of dollars in debt on this. But it looks amazing. It's dropping October 25th, and there was some more gameplay, some more cutscenes, some more trailers. What can I say, guys? I'm hyped for The Last Guardian. I've been excited for this game for so long, and at this point I'm just ready. Just don't delay the game. If it's got its problems, day one, fix it. Do you know what I mean? Like, but I've been ready for this game for nearly 10 years, so just give me the game. It's coming this year. It's a really drop the mic moment. Oh, it's coming this year. Buy it. Do you know what I mean? It was crazy. So big shout out to Sony for doing that. So happy. Me and Trico, we're going to be having a great time on October 25th. And I'm sorry, Watch Dogs and possibly Battlefield, I want The Last Guardian. I'm sorry, I haven't been waiting for you for 10 years. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, very interesting. So happy it's coming this year. So let me know, guys. Again, I know I'm rambling, probably sound like a bloody fanboy, but you got to realise I probably am. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a huge Sony fan. Let me know what you think of the Sony conference. What did you enjoy? What sort of stuff did you enjoy? Did you enjoy the pacing? Did you not? Let me know down below. Now, what we got was some new gameplay for Horizon Zero Dawn. We got the story trailer before E3. We've got actual gameplay this E3, which I really like. I really like how Sony did that. We already know about the game. Here's a little bit of story. Here's the gameplay. Here's what you actually care about. Even though I love the story, I love the world, but it's E3. I want to see the gameplay. Open world, it's completely explorable. You see Aloy, she's running. You've got your hub map to check in the world, different spots, different tribes, different locations, and you might think, my god, I don't want to run there. Well, what you can do, guys, is pin down like a warthog bear thing, and you can actually turn it into your companion. So while you turn it into your companion. You can then ride it to different locations. You can also take down enemies and be quick. So that was awesome to see. You take down a ton of enemies in this demo. I recommend you go check it out. It was awesome. And yeah, Horizon, I've told you guys, is going to be amazing new IP. The way they speak about it in the industry, especially at Sony, I mean, they're in love with it. So hey, so am I. I've got to be honest. Bit annoying. Obviously, it was delayed to 2017, but hey, I'll take it, guys. Take all the time you need. The game looks goddamn beautiful. It also has some dialogue options, and you can scan enemies, which was a really cool feature to the game. But after that, we had Quantic Dream walk on stage and show Detroit. We saw a CGI trailer, and we all were told, you know, that ain't gameplay, it's going to look nothing like that. Well, it does, and it does. It is, and it does. There's gameplay of it. You play as the agent from Heavy Rain, and yeah, you play as him. It looks like it's going to be very Heavy Rain-esque, meaning you'll swap from different characters throughout the game. You'll have a ton of different choices. We know Quantic Dream like their choices, but this looks like very much a Heavy Rain choice game. They show you negotiating like one of the AI humans, whatever you want to call them. They've got a child and they want to jump off of a building with the child, so you have to talk him down. It's sort of a negotiating thing, so you can choose to go in aggressive, calm, you can choose to reason, promise, you can do all sorts of stuff, and you can even break your promises during it. So it's going to be very interesting how that all works out. But as always, you'll know, guys. If you do not know, I'll tell you, this is going to be one hell of an annoying trophy list, because it's going to take 3 to 4 playthroughs, I guarantee you. But hey, the game looks amazing, so what can I say? I'll enjoy all 3 of them. But yeah, it looked amazing. Very Heavy Rain-esque, so if you like that, this is basically Heavy Rain in the future. So yeah, can't wait for this game. Then we got the big one, Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 on Sony stage now. I want you guys to let me know, because again, I missed it. I'm going to be honest, I missed it. I'm not too sure if it's PlayStation 4 exclusive. I believe it is. I believe it's PlayStation 4 exclusive, but for the time being, we'll just say it's multi-platform. But what I do know, for you big PlayStation fans out there, you big PlayStation heads like myself, you will be getting, if you get VR, a full Resident Evil 7 experience exclusively to PlayStation VR. That was awesome. Now, a lot of people told me, oh, you know, PS VR games, they look like PS2 games. You shouldn't spend your money on that. Go spend $1,000 on a goddamn PC, all this sort of stuff. My God, did Resident Evil 7 look good. It looked really good. Got a very much Outlast sort of vibe to it. Which again, I loved Outlast when it was free with PlayStation Plus. I regret not buying it full out. You know what I mean? I really do. It's really gone back to its horror roots, so like really gone back. It's not a third person cover shooter. It's a horror Resident Evil game, which again obviously has me excited. So yeah, that will be coming out January 24th for you guys that are interested. I know I am. Cannot wait for it. The next thing, October 13th, is the release date for VR in America, PlayStation VR that is, and it will launch in the States with 50 games. Now, today's been a great conference. I'm so happy. I've seen amazing games, and we've got more to go on. But this is not going to be an M&M gaming video without me ranting just a little bit of a rant. I know what you're doing here, Sony. Oh, October 13th, it's going to be great. And then it comes out October 15th in the UK, because I know what you like, Sony. You don't like releasing it day and date with the UK for some goddamn reason. That's my little rant over. But me, I'm sold on VR. You know me, guys, if you have been watching my videos for a while, I'm a big advocate of VR. I say, you know, it's going to change the way people game. It's going to be a really amazing experience. It's not a must-have thing, but it's going to enhance your gaming experience, in my humble opinion. So Resident Evil, amazing. Resident Evil 7 VR, cannot wait for it. But I'm going to be honest, I'm giving it the big one now. I won't come January 24th when I've got the VR headset on and I damn near crap myself. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it looked terrifying. It looked goddamn terrifying. Silent Hill sort of thing. But, I mean, it's Resident Evil, and I am going to buy it. PlayStation VR first-person shooter. Now, I don't know what this game was. I missed the title. It was the first one. If you know it, guys, let me know down below. I do apologise if I missed some sort of stuff. But I'm giving you a raw impressions from what I saw. But it looked beautiful. You've got this sort of hub thing on your arm. Definitely a cool looking VR game, but again, I don't know what it's called, so we won't talk about that too much. But we will go on to Star Wars Battlefront. The VR mode will basically be the X-Wing TIE fighter sort of, you know, battling in VR. I mean, what can I say, you know, it looks like the game that's already on PC, but I forgot the name of it, so I do apologise, guys. But it looks like that game, but with a Star Wars theme, beautiful Star Wars music, and DICE level graphics. So, hey, I'll take it, guys. I will take it. It looked amazing, like I said, and I cannot wait to get my VR headset on and just get lost in that Star Wars world. You know what I mean? As we all did when we were younger. We all wanted that. Next thing, very interesting. Batman Arkham VR, only on PlayStation VR, and it's made by Rocksteady, so I don't know what to say, guys. I didn't see too much from it, but it's Batman, it's Rocksteady. Have Rocksteady ever made a Batman game? I don't think so. So I cannot wait to see this this game, you know, in VR. They didn't have a release date, I don't believe, but any day. Just drop it tomorrow if you want, and I'll buy it. Even though I don't have a VR headset until till October, I'll buy it. Do you know what I mean? So I cannot wait for this VR game, man. I really cannot. It's amazing. You know, just Batman. You know, Batman's a really cool thing. Very much a superhero theme. You know, superhero theme during this conference, which got me excited. Final Fantasy 15 VR. Now, if you've watched my impressions of the Platinum demo, you'll know I'm a huge Final Fantasy 15 fan. I played that demo, I was sold on it, and I even said in the video that it's the most fun I've had in gaming in years, because it was just beautiful. It reminded me of Kingdom Hearts. It looked amazing, it played amazing, and it brought back a lot of feelings of, you know, when you're younger and stuff. Loved Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 15 VR, yes please, Square Enix, you read my mind. No you didn't, because I didn't even think you could do it in VR. But that's crazy, man. You're playing in first person, so you got a completely new view of Final Fantasy, a view we've never had, first person. You're going to be in the world, you'll be driving the car, riding the chocobos, you know, you'll be doing all this sort of stuff, guys. And yeah, it's just going to be amazing, exclusively to PlayStation VR. And yeah, what can I say, guys? Amazing. And I hope you guys, if you're getting VR, keep an eye out for Final Fantasy 15. You're probably going to get Final Fantasy 15 anyway, so you can play it in this, which is awesome. And finally, Call of Duty fully playable Infinite Warfare in VR. I believe exclusively to PlayStation VR, but again, I could be wrong. Now, I want to say something here. I'm not a big Call of Duty fan. You know, I probably, if it weren't for this announcement, I wouldn't have got it. But I did see a lot of people, they were like, oh my god, what is this game? I can't wait to play this game. You're flying through space, you're shooting people, cannot wait for this game. They saw it was Infinite Warfare and said, oh god, you know, that money grabbing and all this sort of stuff. Like, come on now. Like, they've literally just made you go whoa in excitement, and then, oh, it's Call of Duty, I'm not interested, you know what I mean? But yeah, I can't wait to play it in VR. I mean, what more can I say, you know? And I did make a prediction that VR will go into competitive gaming just by the way it, you know, is operated and set up. I still think that will happen, but let me know your thoughts down below. Then the big one, guys, the big one. I have been talking about this on my channel for around about, I'd say, 8 months. So yeah, a little bit interested in this game. It was on my radar, to say the least. Crash Bandicoot. Lot of information to talk about this game. Crash Bandicoot is coming back exclusively to PlayStation 4. 1, 2 and 3 are fully remastered for the PlayStation 4 only, and it's coming out this holiday season, which to me is just insane. Such a quick turnaround. I guess they've probably been working on it for a while, but this literally just made my E3. This made my probably gaming year. Crash Bandicoot is a series very close to me, very close to my heart. I love Crash Bandicoot to pieces. It is my game. Like, I love Crash Bandicoot. I didn't think it was coming back, even with all the leaks, even with me like, it's coming back, guys. I didn't think it was coming back, but it's coming back. And my nightmare was, oh, we've got Skylanders. Oh, great. You know what I mean? That would have been my absolute gaming nightmare. The second thing was, we've got Crash Bandicoot, new game, and it's goddamn terrible. We know 1, 2 and 3 are masterpieces. We know this. People fell in love with Naughty Dog's masterpieces, and they're coming this holiday season exclusively to PlayStation 4. Now, there will be timed exclusivity to the Skylanders Crash thing. Now, I wasn't going to get Skylanders. I probably will now, just to say thank you to Activision. Yes, I'm that big of a nerd, you know what I mean, for Crash Bandicoot. So exclusively timed to PlayStation, Skylanders, Crash Bandicoot, exclusively timed, so that's awesome news. So happy Crash is back, I'm going to be honest. Now, just a quick bit of news. Lego Star Wars was shown. It's going to have a demo, as well as, sorry guys, forgot, demo for Resident Evil 7 is on the PlayStation Store now, so go download that. Lego Star Wars was shown. PS4 demo was revealed as well, available now, and it's coming out in 2 weeks. Got it pre-ordered. I'm getting the little mini Lego Finn toy with the season pass. I'm already down for it, but if you're interested in that, make sure you go download it. At least try out the demo before buying it. But I've already bought it, so it don't really matter. So awesome to see. And yeah, let's get on to the next big gaming news. Kojima on stage. Kojima-san on stage. My god, this blew my mind. This really did. I thought Tokyo Game Show tied down. He's not going to come on an E3. He's not going to do it. They've not got anything to show, and they had something to show. Like, it was crazy. So it just had Kojima walk on stage. He says, "I'm glad to be back." Obviously, we all know the Konami sort of, you know, ordeal. So glad to be back. And he said everything was playing in real time. Now, people will say, "Oh, it's on PC, or it's on this, or it's on that." What I don't think this is on PC, guys, because it's from Sony Interactive Entertainment, and they've never put a game on PC, I don't believe. Maybe one, but not a AAA game. So I think this may be full PlayStation exclusive, which is just, I mean, amazing if it is true. Everyone goes mental. And then it's got Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, as well as Silent Hills, the one that was cancelled. I mean, you know, could you ask much more for a like amazing conference than this? I don't think so, personally. But everyone was cheering, everyone was happy. It's definitely got that Silent Hills vibe to it. It really has. It's very dark, it's very gritty, it's very like sad as well. And yeah, I think this is very much a PT sort of game, you know what I mean? And it's called Death Stranding, and it is coming obviously to the PlayStation 4. No release date, but I'm just happy to see it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm happy to see it. The next thing is the second to last thing, guys. I apologise about this, but we have so much to talk about. Spider-Man is exclusive to PlayStation 4. Who said it was coming exclusively to PlayStation 4? This guy. But I ain't gonna, to be fair, I just read leaks, so I'm not gonna give myself any credit in the slightest. But yeah, Spider-Man exclusively to PlayStation 4 from Insomniac. Oh, who said that a couple of days ago? Oh, me. I'm joking, by the way, guys. I'm not one of those sort of people take credit for like leaks he just reads. But yeah, Spider-Man PS4 exclusive from Insomniac. Now, I was saying there's no way this is... I was saying to a few of my friends, there's no way this is exclusive to PlayStation. It's on Xbox. Insomniac is not a first-party dev. It's not... you know what I mean? I couldn't believe it. And then it was... you know what I mean? And then they come out, oh, it's only on PlayStation. It looked really good. Now, we know with Insomniac from... Resistance, and we know them from Ratchet, and we know them from Sunset Overdrive. These were all fantastic games, and this Spider-Man game looks awesome. They've got a different type of suit. It's got, a little bit different type of suit, and it just looks incredible to me personally. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Are you excited for this game? Are you glad Insomniac's doing it? Are you were you hoping for Sucker Punch? Interesting thing about Sucker Punch, before we get into the final game, Sucker Punch weren't at E3, so possibly TGS, possibly Gamescom, possibly Paris Games Week. When do you think we'll see SOCOM? That's a different video. When do you think we will see Sucker Punch's new IP shown? Do you think it'll be TGS, or do you think it will be Paris Games Week? Let me know down below, guys, obviously your thoughts. And finally, Days Gone. Now, I didn't think Days Gone was very far into development. I know it was in development for a few years, but I didn't think it was playable, if that makes sense. But it was playable, and my god, was it a looker. It looked simply incredible. It looked so beautiful. I cannot wait to play it. The character reminded me of a little bit of Norman Reedus from, obviously, the Walking Dead TV show. It definitely had that Walking Dead sort of vibe to it. It's not a Dead Rising where you dress up as a bear and chainsaw a ton of zombies with a goddamn brick or whatever. You know what I mean? Dead Rising is very much a comedic zombie game. It's a brilliant game. I love Dead Rising, but it's a very much comedic sort of zombie game. This is a very dark, gritty game. Like I said, they start off showing about the death of his wife, girlfriend, the loss of friends, and he's turned into this bounty hunter, and he's just trying to survive, and he's regretting the stuff he's done. And yeah, it just looks incredible to me personally. And the guy reminds me very much of Joel from The Last of Us. Very no nonsense, very to the point. I'm telling you this, if I've got to do something for a bounty, I'm gonna do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Looked amazing. You're gunning down these zombies. It's obviously not The Last of Us, because The Last of Us, you are you are the one being hunted. You are weak. In this, you seem to be being able to mow down a lot more zombies, which is cool again. But yeah, amazing, guys. To me, now I said, and I'm going to go back to my prediction that Ben's game would steal E3. Well, to me, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was beautiful. It had an amazing story. All the greatness that you want from this game. What we expected it to be. What we hoped it would be. It's all that and more. But to me, guys, just me personally, I think Crash Bandicoot stole the game. I'm biased. I don't pretend I'm not biased, you know what I mean, towards Sony, towards, Crash Bandicoot and Naughty Dog. I'm 100% honest with you guys. I am biased, you know what I mean? But Crash Bandicoot, this was everything I hoped for and more. It's coming back. It's coming in Skylanders, exclusive to the PlayStation. And I just can't ask for any more. This was an amazing conference, and in my humble opinion, beat last year's by a country mile. Your opinion's your opinion, and I listen to all you guys' opinion. I'm just a random guy on the internet, bear that in mind. This is just my opinion. But I definitely think this won. This didn't just win E3 this year. It had not much competition. Xbox was cool. It had some new hardware. It had some cool games. It didn't have the wow factor. I didn't watch that conference and go, "Oh my god, how is Sony going to react to this?" I knew if they showed a God of War, they'd react to it very, very well and probably beat it. EA. I mean, they had some great games, but they didn't really, time them right. Bethesda the same. Ubisoft, I'm saying it wasn't that great. This hands down has not just won E3, but I think it's beat last year. But let me know your opinions, guys, down below. Finally, we had a little a scissor reel of games come in. Gravity Rush 2 was there, GT Sport was there, Persona 5 was there. Just a ton of games that we already know. They're not showing too much about. But yeah, amazing, guys. Really, really amazing. I'm tired. Second time making this video. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed E3. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in a new video very soon.